All right, we're moving on to arms. We are going to talk about push press versus strict press. Take it away, Grayson.
So these are two very good exercises to work on your upper body strength. So very commonly, you'll see a lot of football players and male athletes doing a lot of bench press. Well, for our sport, we do a lot of overhead blocking and overhead hitting. So we want to work on that strong overhead position that we're getting into. So that's why we focus more on the push press and the strict press. Now, strict press is going to be an accessory motion for us. It's used a lot lighter weight. But the push press is what we're looking for to change our strength and get a little more dynamic movement from. So first off, we want to describe the strict press. You're going to start from the same rack position as if you were doing a squat, because it is a standing upright movement. So you're going to have the bar held on the chest, similar to where you're in the front squat position, but you're going to have your elbows back a little bit more, and you're going to have what we call a full closed grip. In a front squat, we'll have the thumbs outside to have a lot of open movement here. But with this one, since we're actually trying to get a lot of strength and the bar is going overhead, we want to make sure and hold it in a full closed over grip, just like if you were doing bench press normally. So with the bar here, a push press is with our feet shoulder width apart. We're going to have a small dip. Just like when we're getting ready to do a squat of any sort, we want to prep our hips down just a little bit, pushing our butt back, softening up our knees. Now, the reason that we do this on a push press is to develop power from our lower extremity into our upper extremity as well. When you're jumping and when you're blocking, of course we all know that we jump to get up there, so we're demonstrating that same power position of getting ready and prepped, just like if we were doing a box jump, but this time we're going to incorporate an overhead motion. When you're down in this position, we want to make sure that when you explode up, at the same time you're exploding up, you're pressing the bar off your shoulders. Down, up. Now I'm going to give you a profile view and turn sideways so you can see exactly where my head is moving during this. A lot of times athletes will get worried that if they're down and they're up, they're going to hit their chin. What we want to do to make sure that we have this position taken care of is when we go down, we want to be looking up at the sky, and this takes the bar and puts it in front of our face. So our head's a little bit back. When we get ready to explode, we put our head forward. We're essentially threading the needle. We want to make sure that our head comes forward in a nice, high, strong position, and then we're coming back down. Now we're going to have Jackie show us, coming up to the rack, taking the bar off, and she's going to perform one push press for us. And we're going to show it from a back angle. Good. And then come back down. And then press over. Good. And then come back down. All right, and then come back and re-grab the weight. Good. Now what we want to make sure and focus on is that whenever Jackie brought the bar back down, she actually had a little bit of a soft dip catch. That's a great way to accept the weight coming back down. When we start putting weight on the bars, it will become heavy in that overhead position. And to incorporate it coming down a little bit softer on us, when it comes down, if you accept it with your legs, it's a little softer instead of it coming straight down on top of your shoulders. All right, now we're going to demonstrate the difference between that push press and that strict press. Same standing position, same hand position, shoulder width apart, hands full grip, elbows a little bit out, but not completely out as if we're from squat position. The strict press is much different than the push press because you don't get any of that dip to create that drive. What we're doing here is we want to make sure that we're incorporating a lot of strength from our core. So before you perform the strict press, we want you to tighten up, take a big breath in. By breathing in, we expand our lungs, which gives us something for our upper body to expand against. Just like if you had a soda can that was full and you squeezed on it, you can't crush it. But if the soda can's empty and you squeeze on it, you can crush it. So what we're creating is a full soda can with our upper body. So holding the bar here, we're filling up and we're pressing overhead. Now you can see that there was no movement in my lower extremity during that. Breathe in, head back, head through the hole just like when we're finishing on the normal push press. Now, you can do the same catch down, a little bit of catch there with your legs. But every time you get prepped and ready to go, your feet are solid, your knees are solid, pressing overhead and coming back down. Chloe's going to demonstrate a strict press for us with the bar. She holds the bar in the same position, that strong position, takes a big deep breath in, and presses overhead. Good, and then lets it come back down. Presses overhead. Good, and comes back down. And she can re-rack the bar.
Good job, Chloe.
Now we can see that whenever she did that, her legs did not move. That's the big difference between a push press and a strict press. A push press, you should be able to do more weight always than a strict press.
We good? Yay.